found a loaded gun in the front pocket. The defendant is currently on bond for an assault family violence and has...
What the hell you're looking over there? Was it Jesus over there? You already have an assault. So when you go in over there with a gun with the intent to do some serious damage, hell no. No way.
What you just watched, that was the breaking point. A loaded gun, a judge losing her patience, and a $20,000 reality check. But what happened before that officer reached into Stephen Gracia's pocket changes the entire narrative. This is the state versus Stephen Gracia. It looks like a simple bond violation, but it's really about a man one step away from a 50-year murder charge. Stephen claims he was just protecting his trucking business from a threat. But why was he carrying a loaded weapon when he knew he was already on bond for aggravated family violence? The stories simply don't add up. Is he a victim of circumstance just trying to save his livelihood? Or is this a dangerous behavioral pattern the court can no longer ignore? To see how legal patterns and behavioral tells can change the outcome of a trial, hit subscribe and stay updated. Let's start from day one in court.
Mr. Gracia, So
he's charged with, I've never seen this before, Judge, but he's charged with violating a bond condition.
Yeah, I've certainly seen it.
It's not a protective order, it's a bond condition.
Right, because they can't make the protective order case because it's been more than 61 days, right?
Nothing to do with the protective order, Judge.
So, yeah, right, I get it.
It was a different situation completely. Had nothing to do with family violence.
Get there. So you're charged with violation of a bond condition / protective order. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir. If you cannot afford a lawyer be appointed to represent you. So before we start, was he in a PTI? Is that why this case is 1,000 days old?
Yes, sir. He just has a few BIP classes left to finish the PTI.
Okay. Okay. Go for it.
The officer was dispatched to a business in Harris County, Texas in response to a disturbance. Upon arrival, the officer observed the defendant grab another male aggressively, and the officer conducted a search on the defendant's person and found a loaded gun in the front pocket. The defendant is currently on bond for an assault family violence and has bond conditions in place prohibiting from possessing a firearm.
Yeah. All right. Mr. Gracia, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward on the bond conditions. State, what's your position as far as he's in a PTI? He's now picked up a new case. Mr. Gracia, I want you to know that we take these bond conditions extremely serious.
Sir.
You don't, though. This is not your first VPO. This is not your first violation of bond condition. You don't get it. No means no. Doesn't mean maybe. Doesn't mean I'm going to a high crime area. No means no. And now there are consequences. Stephen.
Judge, can I tell you a little bit about the case?
Sure.
Just to explain to you what happened. He was at his business. He owns a trucking company. He hired somebody who he said he took a chance on him because has a sketchy record, convicted felon. It didn't work out within a couple of days. So he ended up firing the individual. The individual refused to leave the premises or refused to accept it. So he started threatening him. He went inside. The individual started trying to damage the trucks. So at that point, he was fearful. He went and retrieved a firearm that he knew was hidden in the vehicle. I'm sorry, in there. I understand, Judge.
It's about the worst thing that you can do. Imagine if you use the firearm. Who gets charged with murder, Mr. Gracia? Who has now dug themselves into a potential 50-year hole? We have a case like that today where a meager argument, someone who's charged with assault is now charged with murder because of a silly-ass, stupid-ass argument. Now, dude is sitting in custody with a $250,000.
And he's been punished at this point, Judge. He's been punished for violating the bond by getting an entire new case on that. So as far as him going into custody for violating the bond condition, I would hope that you would take that into consideration, the fact that he has gotten punished on the bond violation already, and the fact that he's already had to hire a new attorney for two cases at this point, and it's probably going to affect the other case. So I would hope that you would continue supervision on that, just taking that into consideration.
I truly appreciate your position, but you have an assault from 2019 of a family member. The following year, you pick up a violation of a protective order or bond condition. Now you have another assault that they were even, what the hell you're looking over there? Was it Jesus over there? You already have an assault of a family member that was dismissed as it is. You were lucky enough to even have this kind of an agreement where they're willing to dismiss a second assault of a family member. And now you pick up another violation of a bond condition. Eric, he doesn't get it.
I understand, Judge.
You don't get it. And now I have to show you we mean business. I think that you are utter and complete danger to public safety. And I will do everything in my power to protect my public in every single way. Because the last thing I want is you to pick up a murder case like we have here this morning. Someone else goes with you.
Judge, one more thing. There's a bond condition on there that he's not allowed to return to that address. That address is his business. It's his place of business. The other person has no right to that address. So hasn't worked for the last week and a half because there's a bond condition, I'm assuming from the magistrate, that doesn't allow him to go back to that business.
Show me proof.
I'd like to be
Show
able
me
to take
proof. And, the proper, and you need to advise, the proper way to do things is you call the cops.
that. Get a judge.
Really. I mean, that's, if you own the business, you show it. I mean, how easy would it have been to just call police?
I mean, he has a right to defend his property and
Not while the case is open. He does, but not in that manner.
It's one of those things where things happen quick and you have to make a decision. And when we're talking about trucks that are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars and things like that.
911, man. Really?
How long do they take to get there, Judge? So
Okay. They will still take his ass to jail and then, you try to get restitution or whatnot. But
So as far as the bond goes, can you set him a bond today?
Of course.
And Judge, we've contacted Conrad because it's his case, but I just want to confirm that bond has been revoked for his prior case. Is that correct?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. On the assault, I'm revoking it.
Yes, Judge.
Looks like they set the bond at 20,000 on the new case.
Yes, Judge.
I'm in America.
Because he's already posted that bond. He's already hired me. He hired me on the other case as well. There's a motion to sub in your queue that I need you to sign as well.
I'll sign it for you.
I'd ask that you set that new bond at $500. It's tough for the family, Judge. I mean, at this point, he hasn't worked in 2 weeks. He's trying to get back on his feet. He did everything properly. He didn't go back to the location because of the bond condition.
I'm not doing $500. I mean, I was thinking that was going to mirror the same one. I was put it at
And that would be his
20,000.
state's position to mirror.
So he understands that we mean business. If he's unable to bond out, I'm always willing to talk after a couple of days, but I want him to understand that we take it absolutely serious. And when you go in over there with a gun with the intent to do some serious damage, hell no. No way. No. And I think that making it 20,000, what the other one is, hopefully it'll get his attention.
But
But like I said, look,
10,000?
like I'm not out for blood, Eric, so if he's unable to, after some time, come back, and I'm not talking weeks, but a couple days, so he realizes that we mean business.
So we're talking about 2 weeks minimum. So would you consider giving 10,000?
Well, remember, I Zoom, so you can be in Abu Dhabi. I'm still, here.
His mom's present, so let me talk to her.
Yeah, for sure.
The decision's final. The judge revoked Stephen's bond and set a massive $20,000 price for his release. But here's the real question. Was this justice served or moral overkill? Comment below, team defendant or team judge. Should a business owner be jailed for protecting his livelihood, or did his history with firearms prove he's simply too dangerous for the streets? Hit like if this case got you thinking. Share it with your true crime circle.